Defining myself as opposed to being defined by others is one of the most difficult challenges I face. Hey guys, it's Marissa from Pittsburgh Fit, and today's nutrition tip is going to be on protein powders. So you'll notice there are typically two types of protein powders you're going to see, whey and casein. So if you get a whey protein powder, it's fast digesting, which means that's the kind of protein you want to drink right after your workout. However, the other kind, casein, takes longer to digest, so if you're someone that drinks protein shakes at night or right before bed, you're going to want to get casein. And then there's some that have both, and at that point you can drink those at any time.
All right guys, I'm Anthony. I'm gonna take you through today's PF Go workout. We're gonna start our warm up with 3 minutes of cardio. We're gonna pace this one a little bit differently. We're gonna move around a little bit before you start. 3, 2, 1, go. You're gonna hit this first minute pretty hard. The second minute, you're gonna back off to almost nothing pace, nice and slow. Then the third minute, we're gonna peak it up again, but you should be higher than the first minute. So we have medium intensity for 1 minute, low intensity for 1 minute, then high intensity for 1 minute. Then we'll step off, we'll take about 90 seconds to breathe. You should be a little bit out of breath here, at least that's our target. Then we're gonna move on to curls, bent over rows, and push-ups. Now, starting with the curls, we're gonna do them with a dumbbell, but we're gonna do pronated curls. So I want your palms facing your thighs. You're gonna pull up and lower back down. Good. This will be the smallest range of motion curl because you kind of get stuck. Can you face this way for me? When you lift up, you shouldn't be able to go all the way to your chest. You should not want that elbow to come up off the body. So a nice easy pronated curl for 10 reps to get started. Then we're gonna move on to bent over rows. Now we're gonna go from pronated position to neutral position. We're gonna drop the chest down. Parallel with the ground, the knee should be slightly bent. We're gonna pull the weight into the chest and lower back down. Good, if your hamstrings are a little tighter, you gotta keep your chest up a little bit higher, that's fine, but if we can, drop lower and lower and lower, yeah, and pull that weight into the chest. Perfect. Now, push-ups to finish it off. Nice, easy, classic movement. We're gonna go down to that perfect plank position, hands on the floor, chest touches the ground, and come on back up. Excellent. There's no pauses at the bottom, there's no hand release, nothing crazy. We just want to do 10 regular old push-ups. To make them easier, we can just drop down to the knees. To make them harder, we can do 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other. Give that a try. Now we'll go through a second round of curls, bent over rows, and push-ups before moving on to our strength for today. We have 3 sets with a minute and a half rest, moving between 2 movements. Movement 1, 5 to 7 reps of weighted wide grip bent over rows. Then you have 20 dumbbell pullovers, superset with those. Now 5 to 7 wide grip bent over rows. Can you face me for me? So hands are nice and wide. The feet are still gonna stay narrow. We're gonna drop the chest down, and that bar should be a little bit harder to pull. Now whip that bar up to the shoulders. What you wanna see is that the elbows are kind of flared out a little bit more, and then you lower them back down. So up, flared out, and back down. The range of motion is shorter, so you don't need as much weight on this bar because it's a more disadvantaged position. So we have 5 to 7 reps there where we don't wanna just flop down to the ground, but we're not really holding a controlled tempo. So about a 1.5 seconds on the way down, and then pull it back up with some velocity. Now once you've done those, we have dumbbell pullovers. So you need a single dumbbell to do this. Our feet are flat on the ground. Your back is arched, so the only point of contact are your feet, your hips, your shoulders, and your head. Now we're gonna make a little diamond, and the dumbbell is gonna rest in between there, so you're holding on to the head of the dumbbell. Elbows are gonna be slightly bent, then you're gonna reach behind you as far as you can without straightening your arms, touch the floor, and snap it back into the middle. Just like so. Down, reach, and snap it back up. Now, one of the common mistakes we see is people do a really big elbow bend. Then we're not really doing a dumbbell pullover, we're doing a tricep extension, which is okay, but what we're shooting for here is this leverage right here. We wanna stretch that lat out and snap it back into place. We have 20 reps just like that. I only want to ask that the first time you do it, go a little bit lighter than what you think, because this movement can be a little bit hard on the shoulders, and I want you to get comfortable with it before we start bumping up the weight here. So 5 to 7 weighted bent over rows in a wide grip position, immediately into 20 dumbbell pullovers, resting 90 seconds. So if you're looking for timing, it's about 2.5 minutes per round. It takes you about a minute to get through the 5 and 20, and then you have 90 seconds to rest and recover. Thank you. Now our conditioning for today, 3 rounds for time. This is a medium to medium high intensity workout, not super high and we're not going super slow. 750 meters on the rower, 20 pull-ups or bent over rows, and a 600 meter run. So we're gonna use 2 cardio modality pieces for this one. Now the first piece, if you're a guy, 750, if you're a gal, we're going 600 meter row. If you're gonna do a bike and you're a guy, we're going 1,800 meters or 1,500 meters or anywhere in the middle there. That should take you about 3 minutes. That's our target. Between 3 and 3:30 is okay. If we're approaching 4, it's a little bit too long. Then what we're gonna do is run back in or jump off that rower and we have pull-ups or bent over rows. If you guys are doing pull-ups, we're gonna do double overhand grip, getting that chin up over the bar, kipping or strict, or bent over rows, which you guys are really familiar with. The only difference here is the hands are in a little bit tighter. Then we're gonna finish it out with a 600 meter row. Now, if you don't wanna run instead of that 600 meter run, we'll do jump rope. So this is again another 3-minute effort of sorts. So what we'll do is about 100 jump ropes or 200 singles, 100 doubles, 200 singles. That'll take us through it. So 3 rounds of rowing or biking, pull-ups or bent over rows, and then running or jump roping. You have a lot of options for today. We'd love to know how long it takes you to get through all 3 of those exercises. Let us know in the comments below. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.